Hey, hey, my beautiful friends. It's your girl Jules here, and today we're going to talk about how to wear blush. Cream, powder, maybe no blush, more natural. I'm going to cover all that. Before we get started though, if you're joining me live and that little red button is up at the top and it says live, type a comment and let me know. And if this is a replay, say replay. All right, let's get into it. So first of all, what color do you pick, right? Like what color? That's probably one of the biggest questions I get is what color? My question back to you is what color do you like? So think about this. When you're wearing lipstick, right? That's a color. So you can use something similar on your cheeks, and that way you're creating more of a cohesive look. Your cheek color and your lip color do not have to be separate. They do not have to be different colors. So just know that. That's why often you'll see me when I'm doing a video, whatever my lip is, I'll just kind of pop it right on my cheek. Makes it easy. That way I don't have to spend too much time overthinking what to do, what to use. So one side of my face, I'm going to do powder, and then the other side, I'm going to do cream. Now, my biggest tip for blush is I like to do blush first before foundation. Why? Because it looks more natural. When you're blushing, hang on a second. Lady, I'm trying to do a tutorial. My dog, she always all of a sudden wants to live her best life when I'm doing a video. Okay, so the reason I do it first is because think about blush. When you're blushing, right, like a natural blush, that's coming from within you. It's not on top of your skin. It's coming from within you. So one way that you can do more of a natural blush with no makeup, with no color, right, is you can just tap on your cheeks. What that's going to do, it's going to encourage that blood flow to come right into this area. You know, I think about women who used to like pinch their cheeks. They knew what they were doing, like pinching your cheeks. What is that going to do? It's going to give you more of that natural flush. Now, some women like to drink a little wine, okay? I'm not judging your journey. And then that causes that little bit of flush, right? That blush to come through. So think about that. It's more natural. So that's your way to do it. If you don't want to use any products, right? You don't want to actually use any color, you can do that. And for the cream side of it, what I'm going to use today, you can use your favorite lipstick. You may have a cream blush at home that you're working with. I'm going to use the Perfect Balm. Actually, I'm going to use the Perfect Balm. This color is dragon fruit, so see? So this is great on the lip, but I'm gonna use it on my cheek so you can see how a cream goes on. Now, I can put it straight on. If I were to put this directly on, I would start back here at my hairline and then go down. I don't wanna start here because the first place I touch, it's gonna make it the brightest with color. It's gonna deposit the most amount of color, the most amount of pigment, boom, right there. So more natural when it comes from back here and goes down. All right, so I can put it on, or I can put it on my finger and just kind of tap it on and then use a brush to blend it, or I can apply it with a brush if I want to. I'm going to, let's see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my finger because I suspect that's what y'all are doing. Let me know in the comments what you're working with. All right. So I've got a little bit, and I'm just going to just pop that. Now, where am I putting it? I am right on my cheekbone. Okay, so underneath my cheekbone, you can feel that indentation, right? You can feel where your cheekbone begins and where it ends. So right above that, right there, that's where I'm putting it. Okay, and I'm just starting from the back and then just bringing it down. So see, And then I can just kind of blend through. This is also a good spot to use a sponge. So let me grab my sponge. In another video, I mentioned that a damp sponge is the best way to blend, and a dry sponge is the best way to erase. So if your sponge is not damp, mine's dry, I can go in and kind of erase. All right, so that's how we're gonna do cream. And then, like I said, I can just put it straight on there and then blend it out. I'll just have more to blend out because if it's coming straight from the product, then it's gonna be darker. And if I'm using my finger, it's gonna be a little lighter so I can build it, depending on what you wanna do. All right, I'm gonna do powder on this side, and I'm gonna use my new blush. If you didn't see my unboxing video, this is gonna be a spoiler alert. I got the little girls kit because the blush was so beautiful. So I got this one, which is Courage. And then I got this one, which is Kindness. So, all right, so the brush that I'm using for this, I'm gonna use, this is the 290 from my brush roll. So you see it's got like that small feather duster action. So I'm gonna use that to show you first, just like a kiss of color. All right, so this is a great way to do that. I'm just tapping it in there, got it. Always knock off the excess. Don't blow on it, because then a little bit of saliva gets on there. You're not trying to do that, just tap it. I'm gonna go back to my hairline and then just start bringing it down. You see? Now, if I were not wearing foundation, this little kiss of color would be great. But if I'm gonna cover it up with foundation, if I'm going to wear foundation and have this under, then I may want this to be a little bit darker. So I may grab something like this. And I'm gonna get wild and crazy with y'all. And I'm going to use a different color. You can mix, you can play. What do I always tell you? Play. It's just makeup, If you don't like it, take it off. All right, so I'm gonna use this brush and then you'll see the difference. So I'm just kind of packing it in there. With this brush though, it applies so beautifully, you don't really have to add a lot of product. So I'm gonna tap off, get all that extra out of there. So I got it here. I'm gonna go right here. Now, again, I'm applying this with the thought that I'm going to have this underneath my foundation, right? So I'm gonna hit here, see I'm moving it. See how much darker that is? It's based on the brush. And I'm just gonna blend a little bit. So now I have more of like a pinky coral, because I have the pink underneath it, and then I've got that orangey peach on top, all right? So now for going out into the world, outside of my house, for me personally, you guys, this probably doesn't look as bold to you, but in person, this looks pretty bright to me, all right? So then I'll grab some foundation. Let me grab some foundation, and then I'll show you how I will cover. All right. Hang on, let me get my tools right. What am I gonna use? All right, I'm just gonna use the Duo Fiber. So what I do, so I've got the foundation on there, because this is the part everybody's like, well, how do you get it? How do you get your foundation over it? So I go here, and then I just go over it. Just go over it. It's okay. You can do that. And see? See what that does? It just kind of softens it up. So this is that blush from within, okay? That's that blush from within. Now I have a great tip for you that a girlfriend gave me when we were in This is Carrie Austin. I'm shouting out to, what were we? We were in middle school, maybe 8th grade or something. And she said, always take the blush that's left over on your brush and go back over it. So the foundation went over, right? And this still has a little bit of pink. And then I can just pop that right on over. So in case you're wondering, well, why didn't you just add your blush at the end? Again, I want to layer. I want to layer and create that dimension. That's how it looks more natural. Again, blush is coming from within, right? When we have red, rosy cheeks, it's coming from within. This is a way that we can have that natural look that doesn't look like we just got slapped in the face or that we put too much on, right? So this is a way that we can ease into it. You may not want that extra on top of it. You might want to put a little bit more and keep layering it, up to you. So this is the cream side, powder side. Now, why would you use cream over powder? Depends on your skin. Depends on what your skin likes. I tend to like cream because they look more natural. They kind of move with the skin a little bit more than powder. And powder can also be nice to kind of set things. So after you build up that cream, you put your foundation on top of it, you may want to set it a little bit with that powder blush. So that's a couple ways that you could use that. So the other great thing about powder blush is it can double as an eyeshadow. So that's another thing. It can be a multi-use product. And your cream blush can also double as a lip product. So, you know, like play. I want you to play. So get in your makeup bag, look at your blush, think about how long it's been in there now. Think about how long it's been in there. If it's old and you need some new ones, let me know. But we want something that you like. We want something that you feel comfortable with. And remember, it's all about how you want to show up. So think about that desired look and then take your steps towards it. So more natural, think about that. If you want it to be more of a glam look, think about that and those steps. All right, I hope this video serves you well. And I would love to see selfies and hear your comments on how you're going to use this. And if you do use it, drop it in the chat, drop it in the comments and let me see you. All right, friends, till next time. Bye.